All right, so there's this bloke, and he's just gone down to London because he got a job over the weekend, and his wife is heavily pregnant. And as he's driving down to London, they live in the countryside, as he's driving down to London, the car starts to pack up. So he parks up at his digs, and next to it there's a garage, and he goes in, and they said, yeah, we can fix it. You can pick it up on Monday morning, not a problem. So the guy goes back to his digs, and he gets a phone call from his wife, and she says the contractions have started, you've got to come back. And he thinks, shit, the car's in the pit stop. So he goes to the garage and they say, look, mate, I've just taken all the engine apart. No way can it be ready before Monday. So he says, you got any courtesy cars? And they said, no, mate, they're all out for the weekend. And he explains the situation. My wife is having the contractions and I've got to get back home, but, you can't get a train there. So the guy who runs the garage says, oh, okay, well, come round the back and maybe we can fix you up. So they go around the back and there's like an old, like one of those Roman chariots that you see in Ben-Hur, and it's strapped to this gigantic 10-foot high chicken. And the guy says, that chicken, can it pull me back to my house? And the garage owner says, yeah, no problem. Just pull the reins if you want it to stop. If you want it to go faster, just give it a gentle kick on the wing and it'll go 10 miles an hour faster. But don't go too fast because there's no suspension on this chariot. So he's got there on the M1 with this giant chicken pulling the chariot, and he's thinking, this is going to take ages, I'm only going 30 miles an hour. So he gives the chicken a couple of little taps on the wing, and it's 50 miles an hour, and they're going up the M1 like this. His wife phones, and she says, look, you got to come, the head's showing. So the guy thinks, all right, I'm going to see what this chicken can do. So he gives it 3 more taps on the wing, 80 miles an hour, and they're racing up. They're making great time. Anyway, the chariot's bouncing all around, and this causes the leather straps to break, and the chariot and the guy tumble off into the hard shoulder. Anyway, there's a passing paramedic stops, and he examines the guy and finds he's a bit groggy but uninjured, and the guy says, oh, what happened? And the paramedic points up where they can see the chicken, still blissfully unaware of what's happened, racing off to the horizon. And the paramedic says, well, I'm no expert, mate, but it looks like your big end's gone.